That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I got that clean cut beard all did just for y'all, but at what cost? For you see, just like death in this movie, male pattern baldness, it comes for us all. Hi there, how you doing? How you doing? Hopefully you guys can't hear the lawnmower back there. I guess it's thematically appropriate given what, the subject matter of this video. But yeah, sometimes you just get a spark of inspiration. You want to try something different. I don't think there's any like individual moist critical esque movie reviews on this channel yet, so I think I'm gonna be the first. Uh, that's gonna be pretty great. But you get a spark of inspiration. You just want to let your opinion out in the world. And today, that spark hit me after getting my hair cut to talk about Final Destination Bloodlines. Because just the other day, me and my roommates saw it in theaters. Oh, all but one of them. I'm going to take them to go see it. Because guess what, Buster? This is a great Final Destination movie. This is a good heckin' time. I've seen all of them. I've seen all the Final Destination movies, and I rewatched most of them in preparation for this new one. I saw all of them except for the fourth one, which, if you're a fan of Final Destination, you know exactly why I didn't watch the fourth one. It's it's ass. Not to spoil a movie that's like what, 15 years old. Is it? No. Yeah. Yes. 2009 to 2025. 16 years old. Not to spoil a 16-year-old movie, but that movie's ass. But this one is not. This one is probably the funniest Final Destination movie, but it's like the funniest one that's like doing it on purpose. The other ones had a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek sense of humor about its kills and such. Uh, and the fourth one is really funny, but like ironically, like you can get a lot of ironic laughs out of the fourth one. But this one just actually has some like really funny jokes in it. One of the characters finds out a really big revelation about themselves about, I don't know, about halfway through the movie, I want to guess. And he loses his mind over a character that it's related to that we never see and we never hear about again after the scene or before it, and it's so funny. um there's a lot of really funny jokes like that in here, and the whole centerpiece of the movie being like this whole family theme, and how it goes down your bloodline, because it's actually a really interesting concept for a Final Destination movie. The whole thing, the meat and potatoes, the gimmick, if you will, is one person prevents a premonition from occurring and saves a bunch of people's lives. But like, what happens when those people have like a bunch of kids and stuff, and then like and then those people have kids, and so on and so forth? Because as we know from the other Final Destination movies, if you fuck with death, you know, death tries to kill you. I don't know, maybe there's like a month or two delay, but he tries to get back at you eventually to like clear it up. So we find out that this whole time, since the main character's grandma prevented a disaster from happening back in the 60s, which fucking phenomenal premonition set piece, by the way. I'm terrified of heights, and the way they film heights, it is like, it makes me feel so validated. Like, it's like, yes, I am justified in being terrified about being like 300 feet up. And they really prep you for like why the premonition is about to happen. It's really funny. Um, but yeah, she prevents a premonition from occurring, a disaster that saves hundreds of people, and they have kids, and then those kids have kids. And we find out that the whole time, death has been slowly taking each player off the list, from grandparent all the way down to the youngest youngin. So the main character, along with the help with the family, which actually pretty quickly starts to believe her, Stephanie's her name. Stephanie tells them pretty quickly about the whole bloodline thing, and they come along with it a lot quicker than you would expect for one of these movies. Obviously, a couple of them don't, but they're pretty quickly definitively proven wrong pretty darn quickly. So everybody's on board really quick, which is something I like about this one. Uh, they delve into the whole thing and like what Final Destination 5 set up, and even they even bring back some stuff about like what Final Destination 2 did, where it's like if you die and then come back to life, then you basically just like filled the slot because technically you died, so it's like there's no reason for him to get you anymore. Or like in Final Destination 5, it's like if you kill somebody, you get their years, which is funny because I know a lot of people didn't really like that. And I think the movie knows it because they only bring it up to make like one really, really funny joke about it and then kind of just drop it entirely after that. It's pretty great. The characters in this one are some of the best in the whole franchise. Like not since the first and maybe third one have the characters been this good. The first one has really good characters. The second one has pretty good characters. The third one has a couple of really strong characters, but a couple of real duds. The fourth one, everybody sucks. The fifth one, nobody's really that awful except for that pervert guy. Uh, but they're kind of boring, except for the guy, the Tom Cruise looking guy. I forget his name. Uh, but this one, I don't think there's a single character I dislike. There's no trademark pervert character in this one. There's no like real hateable motherfuckers. Even the guy who's like trying to be like super hateable is like actually just really funny. He's probably my favorite character in the whole movie. And it's yeah, the manner of which everybody dies in this is also like just top freaking notch. I heard through the grapevine that they did like a mix of practical and CG, which is I think was what most of these movies do. And you know what? It's better off for it, bro. A lot of these look really good. I can only think of like I can only think of like one kill where the effects didn't look that good, but like it's such a quick death, and it's one of those things where it's just like well if it had to look like this so that the rest of the movie could look this good, then like so be it, because it's a really good looking movie. It feels like cinema. Like I know that like in the later stages of Final Destination they kind of stopped looking as cinematic, especially that fourth one. The fourth one looks like a fucking Sharknado movie, the damn thing. But this one really has some polish that I can really appreciate out of this franchise, and it leaves me wanting more. It leaves me wanting more so bad, but I don't even know where they could go. I mean, because like story wise, I'm not sure if there is many places left to go, but like in terms of like finding places to do Final Destination esque death things in, that is limitless. Hiking trail, avalanche, friggin' Walmart, Black Friday, uh, freaking being an influencer and getting killed by something because you're being precarious for the sake of views. I'm surprised they didn't do shit like that in this movie. Maybe they'll do it in the next one. The possibilities are endless. But if it has to end with this one, then I think this is a remarkably strong high note for the franchise to end on. As of how this one compares to the rest of my ranking, like it might be my second, maybe even new first favorite. Like if I'm being for real with y'all, my favorite personally, which I know is kind of a lot of people flip flop on which ones can be considered favorites. Some people like to gatekeep, some people don't. I don't. To me, like I feel like any of them could reasonably take the first spot and not be like a huge issue, unless you're thinking the first one's the best. I'm not the first one, the fourth one. If you think the fourth one is the best, then you got issues. But if you like the first one the best, or the second or third, or the fifth, which is my personal favorite, I think that's okay. Like honestly, they're all pretty good for different reasons. But the fifth one is my favorite. And so I think how this would rank for me personally, as of right this second, it changes all the time. Because there's only the only one I can definitively place is the last place spot, which is the fourth one. So from worst to best, it's the fourth one, and then the third one, then the first one, then the second one, then the fifth one, and then Bloodlines, then the fifth one. So, I guess it's 4, 3, 1, 2, Bloodlines, 5. That's my from worst to best tier list of this so far. And who knows? Maybe if you guys are interested, maybe I'll do in-depth reviews of the rest of the movies in this franchise, because I own a Blu-ray collection, I wish I could speak, collection of all of them. And I would love to talk about more movies with y'all. I hope this isn't a one-off. So, yes. With that being said, Loose Change is the antagonist of this film, and I would give it, like, an arbitrary rating. I'd probably give it, like, an 8.5 out of 10. Because, you know, it's still a Final Destination movie. You're not going to, like, your life isn't going to change from watching this. But what it's trying to be, it excels at tremendously. Tremendously it does. So I'd give it, like, an 8.5, maybe even a 9 out of 10. Like, it's really good for what it is. So, and I suggest you watch it in theaters before it's gone, because knowing the state of movies right now, it's probably going to be on digital in like a week. Also, I forgot to mention this because I was just rambling the whole video, but the Tony Todd scene was fucking perfection. I miss him, my sweet king. You did phenomenally, and I will miss you very, very much. Best scene in the whole movie, TBH. You can watch the movie just for that. But this needs to be seen in theaters. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any suggestions for other movies you'd like to hear me talk about, feel free to drop it in the comments below. You know, like, subscribe, all that. And until then, I will see you all next time. Peace out, bro scout.